In this session, we're going to be talking about what is account team. Account teams help multiple users to better collaborate on accounts by defining a role for each team member, setting record level access individually, and viewing teams in list view and reports. So basically, this is another way to share account records with other users. There are a couple steps that we need to take in order to configure this. First, what we have to do is we have to go ahead and enable account team in our org. So I'll go to our org from setup. In the home tab, we will search for account team. Account teams, here it is. Let's click on that. Let's wait until this page loads, and then we have to click on enable account team. So if you have not enabled it, so this is the page you're going to be seeing. So we have to click on this link to enable it. And then let's check this box and then click save. So what we need to do is we need to select the page layouts that should include the account team related list. So this is a special related list where we can go open and add the team members that with whom we want to share the account record. So it is asking us to which page layouts we have to add this related list so that the users can go ahead and share specific account records with the users. Again, this sharing rule does not automatically apply to all the account records. Like you configured the manual sharing, you're going to be going and opening the account record and sharing the record with users. I'm going to select all the page layouts, add to users customized related list. Let's select that option as well and click save. All right. Then what we can do is, if we go back to our guide, it says define account team roles. Okay, define account team roles. Sometimes when you share the account record with other users, you can give them a role. That way you will be easily able to know with which role you're sharing the record. So if we go to here on this link and click on team roles, these are existing roles that are already configured, but if you want to add additional roles, you can go ahead and do that here. Select new and give a role, for example, district manager, and save. All right, so I configured my own custom role. If you want to deactivate any role, you can go ahead and do that. All right. Or if you want to delete permanently one, you can go ahead and do that. If you can also rename your role. So once that is configured, we have configured these two steps. Next, if we go to our account, let me open an account record. So let me go ahead and refresh. Let's see if I'm able to share a particular account record. So I'm here on an account record. And by using the account team option, I'm not yet able to share this record, okay? It's different than sharing the account record manually, okay? These are two different things. So for that, I need to have a related list on this account page layout. So just like these ones, you see, this is account history related list, this is cases related list. Just like this related list, I need to have another related list on this account page layout to share the account records with the users. Okay, that's the third step. Add account team related list to the page. Okay, so in order to do that, what I will do is this record is opened, we will navigate to the page. From the setup, we'll click on Edit Page. All right. And then in this particular case, I'm using a Lightning page and also dynamic forms for this account object. Okay, I have enabled dynamic forms and all my related list items are a dynamic related list except for a few ones. And then from here, from this related list, okay, what I will do is I'll go here and search for related list, okay? Related list. You have a couple options. First, I will try to see if I can add this with dynamic related list, okay? If it's not supported, we'll go with the related list. And let me drag and drop it over here. It's just like adding another related list, okay? So click here and then navigate here to update this part. Account team, okay? That's the related list we have to add. So account team is not supported. I wasn't expecting actually for this to be supported, but here you can see that it's not supported. So in that scenario, what we will do is, as we have done it in the previous scenarios, remember this open activities account history, they are not dynamic related lists either. So for anything that is not supported by dynamic related list, we'll go with related list. Okay, let me drag and drop related list instead. And from here under the related list, I can see this account team option already. Okay, that's where I'm going to click. Okay, and then we will save this. All right, so change is saved and we will go back. Now we're on the account record. If we scroll down, we see this account team. Okay, right now we don't have any account team. Let's say I want to share this with other users. How I can do that is by clicking on this button. By clicking on this button, I can share this particular record with the users, okay? So before I do that, what I want to do is I want to make sure that my other test user is not able to see any account records. We want to make sure they don't have the org-wide default for the account is not set to public read write. We want to make sure that the other test user or other users do not have, or we don't have any sharing rules where we're sharing account records with them so that we can clearly see how this account team is working or how we can share this account record with account teams feature. So on this screen, I'm logged in as a test user and I have already access to all the accounts. So it looks like we have some sharing rules that are enabled in our org where we're already sharing account records. If you're already sharing account records, then we don't need account team, right? So the account teams feature is used if we don't have other sharing rules where we're sharing account records. If we don't have any other sharing rules, then we can use account team. That's one way to share the records. What I will do is I'll go to first check my sharing settings. Okay. And for account, it is set to private. All right. So we are sharing. My test user is seeing the account records. First, we're checking if it's because of the OWD. It's not because of the OWD here because OWD is set to private. Next, what I will do is I will check our test user's role to see if the test user has a role higher than the admin role. All right, you see test user has a higher role. Let's get rid of that. Let's edit that and make it assign him a lower role. So because of that higher role, our user was able to see all the records because by default, grant access using hierarchy is enabled for standard objects, right? Now, since we changed that role, I'm going to go and refresh the test user's account page. Now, the access to account records has been removed from the test user. Test user can only see one account record that which belongs to himself or herself, right? Now I can use the account team feature and share this particular record with our test user. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to select this button and click. And here I have an option to select the user, right? So I'm going to go ahead and select our test user. Team role. These roles are coming from the roles that you see on the previous screens. Remember when we were enabling account team and configuring the roles? We optionally added this role in there, but every other role was already existing. So I'm just going to select this account manager role. What kind of access you want to give to the account record? Let's say we want to give read write, and we're going to give private access. We're going to set case access as private and opportunity access as private. So that means what's going to happen is our test user will have edit access to account, but the test user will not be able to see related case record and also related opportunity record. I'm going to go and click Save button here. And currently it does this. And as you can see, this account has one opportunity related to it and one case record related to it. And let's go to our test users page or account and do a refresh here. Now that second account came here, you see, that's the admin user's account and our test user is able to see it. Let's click on that record. So we cannot see any opportunity, and let's check cases. We don't see case related list here. And as I have another related list here that says account team. So the test user is able to see that he is included in this account team. And his role is account manager. Now, if I try to edit this account, let's go ahead and edit this field and click Save. Our test user is able to edit the account record and he doesn't have any opportunity access. It says 0, even though on this account we have one opportunity. Cases, we have one cases, and our test user is not able to see that case. So when we were sharing the account, we gave access to our test user to opportunities and cases. The user is able to see opportunity related list, but not the case related list. And if we try on other account, for example, on this account record, the test user is able to see opportunity related list, but not the case related list. But in reality, if I go and check the account record, we can see that that particular account has opportunity and a case. For example, this one. It has one opportunity and one case. So if that happens to you, and if your test user is not able to view the case related list, first check, make sure that test user's profile has access to case object. And then in my case, the profile was given to my test user's profile. The access was given to case object to my test user's profile. But on the case object, the field level security was configured in a way that the access to this account name lookup field was removed for the test user's profile. So I have to come here and give this access and save this so that our test user can see case related list on the account page layout. So after that, we will refresh this page. And now we can see the cases related list over here. And what we will do is we will go back to that account. So we have one opportunity record to this related to this account record too. Let's go to this sharing setting on the account team and edit this. And as you can see over here, with this account team sharing rule, sharing setting, we are giving access to cases, but we're not giving access to opportunity. And that's why this test user is not able to see any opportunity, right? So let me go ahead and give access to opportunity as well. Let me make that read write and save this. And currently what we're doing is we're giving read write access to everything, to account, case, and opportunity. And for the test user to be able to edit opportunity, case, or account record, we also have to make sure the user's profile has that edit access to all those three objects, right? So now I'm going to test and see if I can edit this account record. So able to edit. Let me go. Now I can see the opportunity record. Let me go ahead and try to edit that. Source. Let me change this to a different value and save. And similarly, I'm going to try to update the case record. Let's go to status field, scan for virus, and select save. So I'm able to update case record as well. And next, what I can do is I can change this settings a little bit. We can edit that, and we can give only, let's say, private read-only access here and read-only here. What this will do is it will not give edit access to opportunity and case, but we're still giving the edit access to account record. So let's go to that account record and try to edit this. We can still edit the account record, but not the opportunity or case. Let's test that. As mentioned earlier, before we try these sharing rules, we have to make sure we don't have any other existing sharing rules that gives access to account, to opportunity, a case, or account. So as you can see, we are facing this error. Let's cancel out. Let's go back to that account and then come back to an opportunity and try to update the opportunity record. We're still supposed to be getting an error. So this is opportunity, and let me double check on cases as well. So this is case. Let's update the status, and I'm getting error over here as well. If you go back to our account team settings, we have another option here, default team option. So sometimes what you can do is you can create a team and always share your record with that team instead of adding your users one by one here. So with this option, what you have to do is each time you have to add user manually. But if you already have a team that you always work together on a complicated accounts, then what you can do is you can create a account team and share your records with the team every time. So we don't have to be selecting each user manually each time. So why do we need an account team, and why do we have to share this account with users? Is because sometimes the account can be extra complicated. So multiple people will need to be working on that account. Okay, that's why this type of features are used. So let me go ahead and remove this sharing. Okay, so I'm removing this sharing, and that what would that do is it would remove the access from our test users. Let's go ahead and confirm that. So that account access got removed from the test user. This account is also being shared with the test user. Let me go ahead and remove the sharing setting from this account as well. All right, so let me remove this sharing too. And as a test user, we're going to confirm that the test user is only seeing his own account record. Okay. Now what I will do next is I will go ahead and create an account team and then share my account record with that team. In order to do that, what I need to do is I have to go to my personal setting up here from this top right corner, go to settings. Then we have to go to advanced user details, scroll down, and here we will have default account team option. What I want to do is I want to add a user here. So let's go ahead and search our user. So test user, let me select him. If I have multiple users, I can select multiple users, but in our case, we only have one user. That's what we'll be selecting. And what we have here is we have two boxes here. The first one says, automatically add my default account team to accounts that I create or accounts that are transferred to me. Automatically add my default account team to accounts. So here we are configuring our account team. Do we want to automatically add this account team to accounts that I create or accounts that are transferred to me in the future? So if I want to, by default, share my account records with this team in the future, I can go ahead and select this box, okay? And the second option says update account teams with these members. So if you have already an account team, and if you want to update that by adding additional users, you can go ahead and click this box. In this scenario, it's not going to make any difference because we don't have any existing account team. But we will keep them selected. And here we will configure our access. What kind of access you want to give? It all depends on the business use case. Sometimes what will happen is you wouldn't want to share your opportunity records with other users. Sometimes you might have opportunity that are confidential. You may not want to share what kind of sales you'll be making in the future, right? Cases, do you want the team to handle your customers' cases? It all depends on the business use cases, okay? So let's say in our scenario, we don't care. I want to give read-write access to opportunity and read-write access to cases, and also read-write access to account and team role. I'm going to select, let's say, account manager, all right? So in this case, it means I'm sharing my account record with account managers. All right, so this is my account manager. If I have account manager there, I'll be giving this access. If I have another user there, channel manager, for example, for those users, you can define different access. For each user, you can define different access to these records. Okay, in our scenario, we have only one user. That's what we're going to be using. But the Salesforce recommends you should always give the least possible access all the time, okay? Give the least possible access, and if they need access to opportunity, then you can go ahead and increase that. But in our scenario, we're assuming that our users need to be able to edit the account record that we were sharing, same for opportunity and cases. So we'll go ahead and save this configuration. All right, and then we will go back to our account records. So let me go back to that same account record and scroll down. And here we're going to click on this add default team. When I click that button, all the team members got added, and this account record got automatically shared with the users. Let me go ahead and check as a test user. And here, what happened here is all the account records that were assigned to the admin user got shared with our test user. Not only that one particular record, but everything else. That's because of this configuration which we made. If you go to our settings again, advanced user detail, scroll down. Here we have default account team. Let's edit this. Automatically add my default account team to accounts that I create or accounts that are transferred to me. So those accounts were that created by me when I created this org. So let me go ahead and remove this box, okay, so that access is not given to all the accounts. And we will go back to our accounts. And let's go to our test user account, do a refresh here. And I will open this account. And delete this access. Let me refresh one more time. So every account is now being shared with the test user. Let me go back to my user setting. I'm going to delete this. Remove the user from the account teams of my accounts. And then we will go back as a test user. So the access has now been removed, and I will go ahead and quickly reconfigure this one more time. In this scenario, what I will do is I will not check this box. Automatically add my default account team to accounts that I create or accounts that are transferred to me. Okay, I'm not going to select that box anymore. Let's select our test user. And we're going to give read write to account access, read write to opportunity, and read write to case, account manager, and click save. Let's refresh this. So currently our test user still cannot see account records that belong to admin user. So here I'm, as an admin user, going to share this account record with our user. So I'll go ahead and add the default team here. And what we expect is only this account record to be shared with our test user, not the other account records, okay? So let's go ahead and refresh this. As you can see, only one account is being shared, but not the other. So that checkbox that you select is a pretty dangerous checkbox. If you select it, you're going to be sharing all the records. So we're not selecting at this time. We're selecting only so that we can only share select account records. If I want to share another account, for example, this media account, I can go ahead and do that. We will add the default team. And automatically this account record will be shared with our test user too. And if I go ahead and edit this, we see what kind of access we're giving. All right. By default, this access will be given to each record because when we were creating that default team, that's how we define the access level. Let's cancel out from here, go to the test user's account and refresh. We are expecting to see the third account, media. Let's go and test our access. Can we still edit these records? So I'm trying to edit this account record. And save. I can edit this. There are no case or opportunity related to this account. But if I check the other account, that one does have an opportunity and case. Let me try editing those records. Clicking save, that's my opportunity record. Let me go back to the account and go to the case record and try to edit the case. All right, so that's basically how we share account records by configuring account team. First, we tried sharing it by individual users. And in the second scenario, we created a team. And now each time we want to share the account team, instead of selecting users one by one, we can just click on this button and the account record will be shared with our test user automatically.